What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on Sports joining you here with more of our 2025 Ohio State Sim season. On and on and on, you Badgers. Here in Madison, Wisconsin. Hey, applied welcome in and go Bucks. Number 22 in the lane, the Wisconsin Badgers. Number 1, Ohio State Buckeyes. Back-to-back games on the road. They took care of business in Champaign against a top 11 opponent 1 week ago. There's Brutus and Bucky having a little interaction there. Looks like 52 degrees in the city of trees, so they say. And this one, Ohio State undefeated, continuing to do so. Hey, gamers, welcome in. Hey, Jim, welcome in. They'll kick off left to right on your YouTube dial. Former Buckeye Jaden Ballard. Remember Jaden Ballard? He is a receiver for the Badgers. There was a look at Luke Fickell. They have a very good defensive backfield, not just the Buckeyes there as we look at them, but the Wisconsin defensive backs, the strength of their team. We'll see how they look as well. They're led onto the field by senior quarterback Billy Edwards Jr. Now, he'll go to the right side. He is a transfer from Maryland, 6'3", 228, fifth-year senior Billy Edwards Jr. Once again, two pretty decent running backs. Wisconsin always seems to have good offensive line, good running backs as well. Over the middle, caught first down, now just 3 yards away as that completion is made to Vinny Anthony II, his top receiving prospect, Vinny Anthony. Here comes Billy Edwards on a 3rd and 3. See that superstar left tackle. His last name is Malman, which is a great name for an offensive lineman, but they go the other way, and Kenyatta Jackson gets home. And they will sack him back and force the Badgers to go 3 and out. Kenyatta Jackson's had such a special year here in the Sim, this time taking care of the weakest member of the offensive line, and that is their right tackle. And he beats him badly as well. Okay, so Gamers thinks it's Flacco, Sanders, and then Pickett. No Dylan Gabriel at all in that order for you. And Applied reminding us, yes, how hurt Kenny Pickett is. We'll have to see what happens. All right, Buckeyes opening drive of quarter number 1 here. They are 6-0, 5-1 are the Wisconsin Badgers. Now motion coming from Peoples. Julian Sand will fire left side, sticks it right into the number 4. That's a good place to aim with the football, and Jeremiah picks up 7 to start the game. Again, the defensive backs led by one of the best cornerbacks in the country, Ricardo Hallman. Here comes Peoples. He'll try to go wide. He gets the corner. 50, 45 to the 40. Juke move into enemy territory. 17 yards on the scamper for James Peoples. Another one of these true sophomores who the Buckeyes are going to need to depend on. Play action pass. Julian Sand fling it over the middle. Caught in space again. Smith beat him across the middle. That's the second cornerback, Nazir Forkorain from Mentor, Ohio, and a transfer from Grand Valley State. Peoples again right up the middle. He'll run right into Darrell Peterson, one of the talented linebackers, and now Peoples a little shaken up. Something to keep an eye on here. James Peoples a little bit shaken up here. And they're going to go forward without him. C.J. Donaldson into the game. Hey, Keith, welcome in. I.O. indeed. Good to have you on. Quick throw over the middle. Not really sure if he was supposed to be for the crossing wide receiver Brandon Ennis or C.J. Donaldson out of the backfield. Now a big 3rd and 7 here. 15th toughest place to play in the country here, Madison, Wisconsin. Sand throws on the run. First down, Ennis. What a play. Came in front of the defender to catch it. Loop around him for a first down. Now it's a 1st and goal for the Buckeyes. Sand gives it to C.J. Donaldson. Donaldson stuck in the backfield, and he will lose yardage. And once again, that's Nazir Forkorain getting in there. Here comes again the outside run. Is that Turbo Rogers? It is. Hopefully we'll get a number on Turbo Rogers as they start camp, tomorrow to the real Buckeyes. He is one of the guys who did not come in early, and so we do not know what number he is going to be. Set up screen left side. Donaldson, 10-5, touchdown. Just a little swing pass to your big tailback. And C.J. Donaldson, the power back, checking in for James Peoples after the injury in the drive, ends up in the end zone, and the Buckeyes score first in Madison. Look at that, just nobody out there. And despite that closing speed from Ricardo Holman, there's that very talented cornerback number 2, Ricardo Holman, one of the best corners in the game, ratings-wise. Fielding's kick is up, and it's good, and it got quiet all of a sudden here in Camp Randall. Appreciate everybody being on again. My name is Phil Nagy. The channel is Nagy on Sports. Do a lot of football sims, but all sports sims with live original commentary. I do not touch the controller except on the very, very off chance that we go into coach mode and I feel like I need to call a play. But even at that, I just snap it. Do not actually do anything for them. Here's Billy Edwards now. Second drive for him. He'll turn around. Nope, RPO to the outside. He'll try to swing it out to his receiver, and his receiver will get a couple of yards. That is Dekel Crowdis, who online is number 20 and the game is number 17. We'll keep an eye on Crowdis. Here's a handoff up the middle. There's their talented running back, Dupree. And Dupree goes right up the middle. Darian Dupree, a sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois Mount Carmel High School. Darian Dupree. First down for him, and the first down of the game for the Badgers. Now, here comes Dupree again. He'll try the right side. Whoops, sweet little juke move. Second sweet little juke move, and then Sanchez, the true freshman, will take him out of bounds. But another gain of 10 for Darian Dupree and another new set of downs for Luke Fickell's crew. Billy Edwards Jr., senior quarterback, transfer from Maryland. Blitz coming. They feel it. Floated across the middle after a little play-action RPO, and that's going to be a completion to their tight end. That's their big tight end, Lance Mason, from Rockwall, Texas, transfer from Missouri State. And now they'll RPO right side, slant, wide open, 50 to the 45 to the 40, and there's Crowdis again. Again, wrong number, right name, Dekel Crowdis on a slant on that RPO, and it looks like Sanchez was maybe the man who was supposed to be covering him. There he is, Dekel Crowdis, really number 20 in real life. They look at that RPO, and you can see there, that was a good look at it. Number 4, Devin Sanchez, bit on the run, and Edwards read it beautifully, and a 20-yard gain for the Badgers. Has them into Ohio State territory on their second drive of the game. Pistol look again here. Give it to Dupree. He'll try the middle, and a lot of white jerseys swarming, led by Bo Atkinson and Sonny Styles. 2nd and 9. Billy Edwards gives it to Dupree. Dupree tries the middle, and methodically patient for about 3 yards for Darian Dupree. You'll also see Cade Giacomelli as well on Luke Fickell's staff. Offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes, Mike Tressel. They have a Tressel on their coaching staff. How about that? First down catch again over the middle. As I was looking at their coaching staff, Kenny Guyton is their quarterback's coach. So a lot of Ohio State connections other than just Luke Fickell. Left side, dump it out to the tight end, Mason, and Mason will pick up a couple yards. Arvell Reese chases him over there. Smooth jazz, Kenny G. Lots of tight ends to the left. They'll try to run that way with Dupree, and he'll be stuck right at the line by Bo Atkinson. Here's a big third down for the Buckeye defense. Shotgun again for Billy Edwards. Giacomelli checks into the game now for the Badgers. Still RPO quickly. Left side, and it hits off the back of Reese as he was trying to shoot out to the tight end. It actually hit off the back of him. Yes, apply. That's, I believe it's Jim Tressel's brother. I believe he has several brothers who are in coaching. So yes, I would absolutely believe, especially with the Luke Fickell connection here. He's got the Ohio State pipeline on his coaching staff. Kick is up and kick is good. 7-3, by the way. So yeah, Luke Fickell head coach, Mike Tressel defensive coordinator, Kenny Guyton we already talked about. I believe Paul Haynes, cornerbacks coach, has a Ohio State connection. How about Tuff Borland? Remember that guy? Tuff Borland's a coach for him now. All right, here comes Donaldson. He'll try to get wide, and he won't succeed. He'll actually lose a yard in the process. We've talked about how hard it is to run wide in this game, especially for C.J. Donaldson, who is not the speed back. He is the power back as we wait to see what the injury is to James Peoples. Now Sand will take off. He'll get through the hole, and he'll slide at the 20 for a gain of about 7. Sets up a third and manageable here for the Buckeyes. Still getting loud here in Madison. First quarter, 7-3, Buckeyes leading. Back to pass, Sand. He'll fling it right side at the sticks. Ennis, and he won't get it. 4th and inches. This will be, I couldn't hit the button in time. I was going to say, we'll make him go for it on 4th and inches. He's practically snapping the ball for a first down. Instead, Joe McGuire will boot this one into the air, and it'll be taken at a fair catch at the 32-yard line. All right, so the Buckeyes forced a punt, and here comes Billy Edwards Jr. Edwards gives it to Dupree. Dupree tries to go right. Nice tackle. Whoop, didn't miss the tackle, or actually didn't succeed in the tackle. That's the freshman again, Devin Sanchez, but kind of spun off of him. And he'll net 2 yards now out of the pistol. Dupree again. Big hole up the middle. First down. Jermaine Matthews comes to make the tackle. But right now, the Wisconsin offensive line gashing the Buckeyes defensive line a little bit. And they'll snap it with 2 seconds left. Last play of the quarter. A little boot action. And he'll throw it to his big receiver on that side. That's another tight end, Tucker Ashcraft. From Seattle, Washington, Tucker Ashcraft, O'Day High School. Okay, so pretty even Steven after one. 7-3, Buckeyes lead here again. My name is Phil Nagy. The channel is Nagy on Sports. Thanks so much to all of our subscribers who picked up another 2 new ones this week. If that was you, thanks so much. We appreciate that. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we'd graciously appreciate your subscription. Boot action this time. Kenyatta Jackson doesn't fall for it. He's able to get it off to Ashcraft, but they'll lose a yard in the process as Billy Edwards turns around out of that bootleg option. Play actions to the outside and finds big number 97 in his grill. Now Edwards. Pressure coming, and he'll go down. Hicks got there, and Jackson got there as well. And a big sack on third down will force a Badger punt. Nice job there for the Buckeyes. On defense, Kenyatta Jackson and C.J. Hicks getting home that time. Well, I guess they're going to say, well, definitely going to be a half sack for each of them on that one, I would say. Punt coming from the Badgers. Here comes Ennis from his own 15, up to the 20, to the 25. Brandon Ennis, ooh, thought he had maybe just a bit of space to sneak through there. Decent punt that time by Atticus Bertrams, one of these Australian Punt Academy fellers. Here comes Donaldson to the wide side. He'll try to get to the 30. He'll be cut down just after a gain of 2. And again, look for this guy, the true freshman Turbo Rogers, to be more of the speed back. Julian Sand, some fancy footwork on the option keeper. He'll pick up 5, 3rd and 3. Hey, Wendell, welcome in. 3rd and 3 now. Sand back to pass. And he'll be sacked. Ball pops out. Where's it at? Looks like Wisconsin might have it, and they do. 1st and 10. A turnover, and that wakes the fans back up. Involved in that play, outside linebacker Nick Clayton. Gainesville, Florida product. Looks like Tyrese Fearbury is the one who actually pops the ball out. Number 7, Fearbury, transfer from Kentucky, 6'4", 250 outside linebacker. And Buckeyes will turn the ball over. They have not turned the ball over much during this sim season, so let's see if they can respond to a sudden change situation. Hey, Mason, welcome in. And yeah, it's not looking great. Maybe they're wishing they had pulled the trigger on a trade a week ago, huh? Quick little RPO left side, caught by the receiver, Anthony, and he'll be shoved to the ground immediately. 3rd and 6 coming up. Sort of par for the course, I guess, for this year. They've just not been able to do anything right. Can't get out of their own way. They can't finish games. Classe was blowing saves like crazy. And as with every other season of Guardians baseball, they just don't have enough offense, and they have to manufacture a whole bunch of runs outside of Jose Ramirez. Yet they refuse to change their ways and or pay people. Kick is up, and the kick doinks off the uprights, and the Buckeyes will get away from this turnover unscathed as Vakos puts it off of the uprights. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Go Bucks. Yeah, well, Beaver, what is it? It was today, right? Applied that he had his rehab start in Akron, so it could just be to show him off for somebody else. Little pop pass across the middle to Brandon Ennis, and he will not get past the line. Blown dead to the ground by Diani Hill, transfer from Miami. Number 5 in your programs here today, kids. Motion coming from Jeremiah Smith. Back to pass. Nope, play action. Now back to pass again. Fling it over the middle. Picked off! Another turnover. Intercepted. And it's Tackett Curtis, the linebacker, the transfer from USC. And Tackett Curtis with an interception, and the Buckeyes now with 2 first half turnovers in their own half of the field, which has not happened at all this sim season. They have been really careful with the football, and now 2 turnovers. Yeah, that's that one. There's a player from Michigan who keeps spouting that way, Wendell, like, I'm not going to acknowledge they're natty if they didn't beat us. It's like, come on, dude. This is how football with playoffs works. You can lose games and still win the national championship. I'd like him to come back too. They could certainly use a competent starter. Fired over the middle on a 3rd and long, and the Buckeyes concede a first down. Crowdis again on the receiving end. So after the opening drive, Ohio State, for the first time, really being challenged this season by an opponent. Here comes Dupree up the middle, running right over Arvell Reese for 4 yards. Playing a loaded team, huh? Didn't even know that was a thing in AA. Over the middle, caught, first down. Allen, the tight end, inside the 5 to the 4. Now it's a 1st and goal for the Badgers. 1000% right, Jim. Cleveland cannot have nice things. I didn't listen to Jimmy and Dee's presser, but I'm sure there was questions about Quinshawn and culture and blah, 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 blah. Right side run for Yakimelli this time. Cade Yakimelli, and a good tackle for Malik Hartford in space. And now a 3rd and goal. Malik Hartford and Jalen McClain. That strong safety battle will be one that goes into camp for sure for the real Buckeyes. Now, Edwards in trouble. Fired over the middle. Caught. No, incomplete. Arvell Reese popped him. And the Buckeyes will hold on defense. Could be a trap game for sure, Wendell. So tough to get up for inferior competition. We know Wisconsin's a tough place to play. They are 5-1, 22nd team in the country. So it's been a tough season, a tough schedule for the Buckeyes so far this year. Mylan Graham returns it up to the 17-yard line. Well, I hope he's optimistic he'll play this season. A season-long suspension would be crazy, right? I mean, what are we talking? 6 games is pretty traditional for something of this nature, right? Am I making that up? As Donaldson will try to go wide, and he won't get anywhere. He'll lose 3. Welcome in, Jake. Go Badgers, he says. JMD, good to have you on, man. Good to know. If you're playing this game on your own, up the middle, and he's going to be sacked. And the Badgers have come to play. That's big Parker Peterson in the middle. Transferred from Tulane. And Ohio State, after that opening touchdown drive, has struggled. They'll punt it away after 2 consecutive possessions that ended in turnovers, and now they're going to give the Badgers the football back, hoping their defense can protect a short field once again. Still 7-6 with 2:58 to go here on the channel. Mason, that's what I had heard too, which is sort of the typical traditional suspension for this type of situation. Over the top, and he didn't cover, and Matthews let him go, and Anthony got behind him. First down, Badgers. He may have to, Wendell, to get these boys riled up. Fired over the middle, first down on a long dig route. Vinny Anthony once again, and the Buckeyes conceding a first down. 2-minute warning time here. Barry Alvarez Field. Here we go. Dupree up the middle. Nowhere to go except Kenyatta Jackson's waiting arms. He'll lose a yard. No timeouts called for either team, so we trickle down regularly. Big, we've seen this glitch before, the zone coverage that takes you all the way, and Arvell Reese picks one off. Billy Edwards returns the favor, and the Buckeye defense gets a turnover. Now 3 turnovers in the first half, 2 for the Buckeyes and 1 for the Badgers, and with 1:22 and a full complement of timeouts, let's see if Ryan Day wants to get aggressive. He'll try to go wide again with C.J. Donaldson. That is just not the play. You cannot run wide with your power back. And they are missing James Peoples in this one now, 2nd and 13. I see what you mean. They're saying whenever he gets back, this will be sacked at the goal line. And Julian Sand right now looking like a true sophomore in this one. 3rd and 22, halfway into the end zone. Let's see if they blitz him. They will just run 4. Sand will just take off, and he'll be barely able to get out of the end zone. And they're going to have to punt again. So this Badger team playing pretty plucky football right now. 4th and 20 from his end zone. Here comes McGuire, and he'll boot it away. Barely past the 50-yard line. Nice tackle in space for Sanchez at the 50-yard line. Oh, that's... You want us to go right to St. Clair, JMD? We'll try a little coach mode when we get the football, but we just can't run the wide zone stuff with Donaldson unless I make them put Turbo Rogers in. Fired over the middle, caught for a first down. They're in field goal range now. And they call their second timeout. Another big catch for Tucker Ashcraft. Back to pass. Fired over the middle, caught first down again. That's Jaden Ballard, the former Buckeye, number 4. And now they'll try to set up the field goal. They tackled him right before the line, so it technically is a 4th down. And the Buckeyes will force a field goal, and he missed it. Oh boy, here we go. So we're going to get a decently short field, and we're going to hop into some coach mode here. Look at all these run plays. We're not running anything, baby. Come on. We want to go deep. We want to go deep to this guy. Double coverage, and he still almost comes up with it. That was kind of funny, actually. They're going to him again. Why not? Single coverage. Oh, he didn't hold on. The cheat code did not hold on. Usually he does. He's saying he's got that cold emblem next to him. Haven't seen that much today. Fired over the middle. Tate, first down. Buckeyes will call timeout. Going to him again. Deep shot. And it's caught by Smith at the goal line. First and goal from the 3 into double coverage. When in doubt, just throw it to that kid. Holy smokes, is he good. Mushard coming. Over the middle. Caught by Innes for it. Oh, no, he dropped it. How did he drop it? Brandon Innes dropping the touchdown. Oh, boy. Into the middle, and it's picked off in the end zone. Are you kidding me? Well, that isn't how we dialed it up either. Now 3 first-half turnovers. Austin Brown will pick it off. And the Buckeyes cannot get out of their own way. And my coach mode worked, kind of. Couldn't even settle for a field goal here. Dupree up the middle. And mercifully, we're going to get to halftime. Okay, well, some soul searching. JMD calling for Taven St. Clair to over top of Lincoln Keenholt's even fact. But it's still 7-6 despite 3 turnovers for the Buckeye offense. It's a great look at this play here. Again, Julian Sand to Jeremiah Smith in double coverage, and he still makes the tackle over one of the best cornerbacks in the game. It has been an ugly half. We need to try to get something going here. We will get the football back. If I can get these replays to stop, thank you. Do a little bit more coach mode, only to try to establish some inside running. None of this outside zone crap. Up the middle, Donaldson. Better than going wide and losing 3. He'll pick up 3. Second and 7. Julian Sand. Donaldson again, left side, finds a little bit of a hole and falls forward. Give him another gain of 5. Sand Back to pass, fired. Caught for a first down by Brandon Ennis. Got decked in the process, didn't he? $12:21 to go. Phil Nagy on sports, doing a little coach mode here, trying to get the Buckeyes into some rhythm. They were calling some not great plays. C.J. Donaldson again, he'll try the right side for 5. Second and 5 now for the Buckeyes. RPO! Goodness gracious, that was almost picked. That was almost picked. Wow, those fans got really loud in my ears all of a sudden. I was like, what is happening here? Fired right side, caught by Tate. First down, Buckeyes. Sheesh. All these play actions. All these play actions and RPOs. First and 10 for the Buckeyes now. Saying. Fired to middle, got it. Ennis, first down and more to the 30-yard line than the 28 is where he'll take over. Yeah, that got really loud. It did get really loud on the stream too. Those guys cheering. That was crazy. Donaldson again up the middle. Still, no yards is better than losing 3, which is what he was doing every time he was going wide. He is not the wide runner. Donaldson, nice hole. Oh, thought he could squeak through. He'll pick up 5. Sets up a makeable third down for the Buckeyes. It is loud. Fired. Max Clare, tight end, first down. So seems much more comfortable on this drive. I'm just calling some nice, easy, controlled inside runs and then crossing patterns for him. Donaldson fighting his way up the middle for 7. Again, he runs much better up the middle. I tells ya. Second and 3 now, Julian Sand. Clare, 3, 2, down at the 2. Turbo Rogers checks into the game for the Buckeyes. They'll give it to the true freshman. Into the end zone? Where's the call? What was that? Certainly looked like he was into me. Sheesh. Donaldson, and he'll lose yards. Oh, boy. Offensive line getting blown up now. Everything they want us to do is run. We need to throw the ball in here. Use our best players to be our best players. Fired. And he'll be hit as he throws. Oof, and they want to go for it. I can't do this. I'm too scared to go for it. I'm going to let them go for it on their own. Yeah, we'll blame it on Madden, Wendell. Good idea. Turn around, give it to Roger. No, he did. No, they say he got in. Donaldson did get in. Oh, my, that scared me. That's why I didn't want to have to be the one to call that. Gutsy play. And yes, Mason is right. In comparison to Madden, Wendell, this is a vastly superior product. And no review, it stands. Whew. Took about half of the quarter to do it. 7-18, a 16-play, 78-yard drive. And Sayin was efficient. They ran the ball up the middle, and hopefully that will remind them what they are capable of. Spin move out for the kick returner, Kion Barry Johnson. All right, Billy Edwards Jr., first time they've touched the ball in half number 2. He'll RPO quickly to the right side to his receiver, and it'll be drilled down to the ground. That's Tretch Kakahuna. He's from Honolulu, Hawaii, but went to Bishop Gorman High School for Tretch Kakahuna. Back to pass, Edwards. Blitz coming for the Buckeyes. He'll dump it to his tight end, who gets drilled in the back. Whew. Like a shoulder pad to the spinal cord there from Sonny Styles. 3rd and 5 now. Edwards. He's got good time. He'll dump it short to his check down, but Caleb Downs will shut down that check down. Incomplete, and they'll go 3 and out. Punting it away, and the Buckeyes will take back over. Hopefully they will have learned from my play calling to call the right plays. Call the good plays. Just don't make Donaldson have to run east-west. That's not his thing. All right, Julian Sand back to pass. He'll dump it on a screen pass to the right side to Donaldson. Runs through one arm tackle and picks up 3 to the right side. I'm okay with that even. Screen pass working decently okay. That's one fix over Madden. Both teams can run screens in this game. Motion coming from Jeremiah Smith. All the way across for Jeremiah. Now he'll cut across the front and then go back to the other side. Sand's in trouble. He's got to throw it away, and he'll eat the sack. 4th of the day for the Badger defense. Fearbury gets there again. Tyrese Fearbury, outside linebacker, pass rusher. And now a 3rd and 13, and the Camp Randall comes back to life. Back to pass, Julian Sand. He's in trouble. He's still in the pocket. Now he'll dump it short. A lot of room to do for Tate, but he's got the space. 50 to the 45. Carnell Tate, what a run after the catch. And the true junior and the leader of that wide receiver room, despite Jeremiah Smith, gets a great first down and a great run after the catch. And how about Julian Sand? He got a little bit of happy feet in the pocket. Didn't run, chose to kind of reset himself. And that allows for Carnell Tate to flash open late. Look at him. Resets himself, feels that he's got that space, and Tate picks up 21 and a big first down for the Buckeyes. Very possible, Wendell. It very possibly could be. Setting up screen to the right side. It's a wide receiver screen to Carnell Tate. They'll give him a little sugar back-to-back plays. He picks up 4. Already under 2.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hope so, Jim. I hope that's the case. Momentum so important in the college game specifically. There's the fun orbit motion way to the side. Sand, fling it, wide open over the middle. Brandon Innes near the first down. They'll say 3rd and inches. This is a tough spot right here. I don't think Fielding has 52 in his leg. We'll see. 3rd and inches. Sand back to pass. Now he'll step up. Fire to a wide open Max Clare, his tight end, and his tight end converts the first down to the 22. (14-6), Buckeyes leading and driving. End zone! Caught! No, he couldn't hold on. Mylan Graham. Defense provided there by Austin Brown, the safety. 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Sand. Fling it over the middle. Caught. First down. Jeremiah inside the 10 to the 8-yard line for Smith. 1st and goal, Buckeyes. They don't. They do have to snap it. Option keeper Sand, left side, 10, 5, touchdown! Julian Sand with his legs into the end zone, and the Buckeyes have scored on back-to-back possessions that have essentially taken up the entirety of quarter number 3. What a play. Good time to run the option keeper. Everybody went with Donaldson, and Sand into the end zone, 21-6, another 4.5. So they basically have had the football for 2 drives of 12 minutes of quarter here in this one. Just 13 seconds left, and the Buckeyes 21-6 now. And depending on what Billy Edwards Jr. can do, that might be insurmountable for this Wisconsin offense. Not built for the big strikes. We'll see with 1/4 and 10 seconds left. Darian Dupree, he'll try the right. He'll spin right into the waiting arms of Devin Sanchez. This freshman is getting a lot of work as the nickel, primary nickel. He and Lorenzo Styles Jr., Sonny's brother. And there's a look at the spread out of targets. This is their jump around. I guess it's for legal purposes they're not allowed to play the real song, but they are showing the fans jumping around, so that's kind of cool. The 3rd to 4th quarter tradition at Camp Randall, jump around. Up the middle. Third and 9. Pressure up his face, hit as he throws, incomplete again. Good coverage by Arvell Reese, and they'll force another punt. And yes, Jim, they are finally looking once again like the number 1 team, the 6-0 Ohio State Buckeyes. Guys, I appreciate you joining me here. My name is Phil Nagy. This channel is Nagy on Sports. The only place on YouTube that you're going to find simulated sporting events with live, original commentary. I do not play the games. We do not just sim the games with the regular guys commenting either. Live original commentary makes it new, makes it fun, makes it different. And you can only find it here at Nagy on Sports. And we appreciate you joining me here today. Again, thanks so much to all of our subscribers. Are you serious right now, Applied? Are you breaking news on the channel? Did that just happen? MJ Emerson carted off. Frantically goes to check Twitter. Left side throw, and a very short one to Mylan Graham for a first down. There it is. Down and carted off. And sack, ball pops out. Where's it at? It's just laying there. And it's going to be picked up by Fearbry. And he might go all the way. Saying chasing. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tyrese Fearbry. Oh, boy. And just when I said they couldn't come back, I was not accounting for defensive touchdowns. Carted off with leg injury. Dang. Nick Needham is the name everybody is saying is going to have to step up. Dang, unfortunate. Applied breaking news. That stinks. Wendell was at Wisconsin. I feel like back in the early 2000s when we were just boat racing Michigan every year and they were not very good, that Wisconsin became the chief rival. Oh, sure, the University of Chicago. My grandfather played, actually Kit Nagy's grandfather, Lou Nagy, played Big Ten basketball at the University of Chicago. Actually blew out his ACL in St. John Arena. Fun fact. Not fun, but interesting fact. Left side throw, wide open Tate, 30, 35 to the 40. Carnell Tate making the most of his targets here in half number 2. 21-13, Buckeyes leading by 8 in this one. Back to pass. Saying, swing it left side to Donaldson. He's just too slow. 2nd and 14. Clock is running, though. That's the most important part, I suppose. Saying, gives it to Turbo Rogers. Turbo will try to go left side, and he'll pick up a couple. A true freshman, Turbo Rogers, and I am excited to find out what number they give him. See if it's on there yet. Back to pass. Deep shot, Saying left side in the direction of you-know-who. Can't hold on. Hallman with a good catch. And now a punt coming. And with 9 minutes to go, Badgers are going to have a chance here, down by 8. Edwards Jr. back to pass. He'll fling it right wide to the right side to his tight end. Sanchez there to make a great tackle. So Sam Williams-Dixon has changed his name to Sam Dixon, apparently, according to the Buckeye roster that I look at. Arvell Reese will make the tackle of Darian Dupree. As I try to see if he has a number yet. Doesn't look like he does yet. Edwards now, he'll fling it left side, throw, caught right in front of Jermaine Matthews is Vinny Anthony. It doesn't look like they have new guys on there yet. Doesn't look like they got him on there just yet. Swing it out to the left side, and he ain't gonna go nowhere. To pass, Edwards, fling it over the middle, short, incomplete. He got decked by Arvell Reese. Back to pass. Pressure again in his face. He'll be hit as he throws. That was Caden Curry who hit him. And another punt upcoming, so the Buckeye defense doing their job. Yeah, their wide receivers are insane. And then you got like Mylan Graham. You got Quincy Porter, another 5 stars, the true freshman this year. Phillip Bell. Like, they got all kinds of talent coming. Saying left side. Can they just milk this thing away? Nice little RPO to Brandon Innes, and he stays in bounds after a gain of 9. Brandon Ennis. Another 5-star kid that you have forgotten about because of Jeremiah Smith. Left side run. Donaldson will get to the 37. Important decision here. Will Brian Hartline be smart enough not to run wide? He will run up the middle, and Donaldson gives him the first down. That's what you need. Run that clock, boys. Run that clock. Motion coming from Jeremiah. Back to pass. Fling it. Oop, tipped at the line. 2nd and 10. That does stop the clock, unfortunately. Double tight ends to the left side as Jelani Thurman is into the game. They'll run behind him with Donaldson. You cannot go wide, CJ. You cannot do it. He will lose more yards. To see how serious the injury to James Peoples is. Max protect. They pick it up. Right side. Float it to Max Clare, but he's going to be just a little bit short. Oh, I missed it. I was going to make him go for it. I hit the button too late. I hit it just a little bit too late because I think they would have gone for that one at a 4th and 2 from the midfield stripe. Instead, we get to go right back to it. 3:32 to go. Phil Nagy on Sports is the channel. Again, thanks so much to all of our subscribers. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we'd appreciate that. Also hit that thumbs up button. It helps to grow our college football audience. Tucker Ashcraft, the tight end over the middle for 8. But right now, time is the biggest enemy for the senior quarterback, Billy Edwards Jr., transfer from Maryland. Edwards now back to pass. Protection in his face, and he'll go down. Edric Houston's had a very quiet day all day, but he comes up at a huge time for his first sack of the campaign. 2:28 and counting here. Edwards, his team trailing by 8. Back to pass on a 3rd and 7. Presumably 4 down territory. Will be sacked again. McDonald and Kenyatta Jackson. Big Caden McDonald getting back there. And they're going to be able to think about it over the 2-minute warning. 4th and 16 coming up as big Caden McDonald gets back there. Kenyatta Jackson also in there as well. He'll pick up half of it, presumably. And the Buckeyes have forced a 4th and long, and we're going to have to think about it here. 2-minute timeout. Here we go. Probably the game for the Badgers. 4th and 16. Edwards goes 5 wide. Buckeyes rush 4. Edwards hit as he throws. Left side. Throws it into traffic. Picked off. Intercepted by Malik Hartford. And the Buckeyes take over, and they'll survive Camp Randall. Still 3 timeouts for the Badgers. Looks like we got about 15 on the live stream right now. Left side run. How about this one for Donaldson? Wide open up the middle for 15, and then Wisconsin calls their first timeout. We've been ebbing and flowing between like 15 and 20 most of this stream, Wendell. Up the middle, here's the freshman Turbo Rogers, and Rogers with a nice run for 9. They're going to win this one indeed, Applied. Option keeper, a little veer look. Spin move for the freshman. 10-5. Rogers fighting to the 1. This kid is exciting. Remember, he flipped from Alabama late in the summer. And they're very excited to get Turbo Rogers into the room. Just wish they would give him a number. Oh, classy move here as Sam will take a knee. They're not going to go for it. That was a nasty spin move indeed. Now we're going to go for it? What are we doing? Why would we kneel and then run a play? Saying his second rushing touchdown. Classy and then unclassy. You disrespect me, I disrespect you. Oh, boy. That feels like somebody had the Buckeyes in a +10 situation. Speaking of our teams and gambling. Oh, boy. Cleveland Guardians, sponsored by FanDuel. 28-13. Buckeyes are going to get out of Dodge here with a big dub. Guys, I know you guys are going to hop off. I will go through the stats and fast forward the next week, but I appreciate you being on again. Thanks so much to all of our subscribers. I do really appreciate you. I know Kit and I do for sure. Picked off again. Also, Malik Hartford. 2 interceptions in the game for Malik Hartford, the junior who's waited his turn. And it'll be interesting to see if he can win the battle. Yeah, gambling investigation coming to Ohio State as well. And this time he takes a knee, and it looks like it'll stick. 28-13, Buckeyes come to Camp Randall, remain undefeated as Luke Fickell and Ryan Day shake hands. Buckeyes win. Another good day for Julian Sand, although he did turn the ball over really for the first time all season. Fumbled once, 2 interceptions to go along with those multiple touchdowns. He also ran for 2 touchdowns. So I guess he probably just threw for 1 and ran for 2 in this performance. Let's look at the stats, shall we? Appreciate you guys joining me. For Wisconsin, Billy Edwards, 20 of 30, 147 and 3 picks. That's not the way you want to draw it up. Darian Dupree, 18 for 48, 1 for 0 for Cade Iacomelli. Lance Mason with 5 catches, 5 for Vinny Anthony, 3 for Crowdis, 3 for Ashcraft, 2 for Kakahuna, 1 for the former Buckeye Jaden Ballard, and 1 for Darian Dupree out of the backfield. 14 tackles for Darrell Peterson in this one, 13 for Hill, 12 for Brown, and 10 for Corraine. And again, these are all defensive backs except for Darian Peterson. Sacks today, 2.5 for Fearbury, 1.5 for Walker, 1 for Peterson, and 0.5 for Nizier. Picks were from Tackett Curtis, the middle linebacker, and Austin Brown, the free safety. For the Buckeyes of Ohio State, Julian Sand, 27 of 38 for 253, the 1 touchdown, and again, the 2 interceptions, so not his best day by far. 17 of 38 for C.J. Donaldson, and a lot of those were because he would lose yards going side to side. Rogers, 5 for 37 for him, and James Peoples, 2 for 28 before he went out. It doesn't have the injury thing next to his name, so maybe he was just out for the game. Ennis, 9 for 56, 6 for 74 for Tate, 4 for 81 for Jeremiah. I did have 2 drops. That's very unlike him. 4 for 34 for Claire. The 3 passes to Donaldson for 5 yards and 1 to Mylan Graham. Another 5-star true sophomore. 11 tackles for Sonny Styles, 10 for Devin Sanchez, playing in the slot. Pretty wild. 2 sacks for Kenyatta Jackson, 1.5 for Edric, 1 for Hicks, 0.5 for McDonald and Atkinson. The 2 picks for Hartford and 1 for Arvell Reese in this one. 28-13, your final score. You are very welcome, Jim. Oh, there you go. Thanks for reminding us what Camp Randall actually refers back to. Buckeyes win 28-13. We will fast forward to week number 9 as we are working our way nicely through this 2025 sim season. Again, we hope the Buckeyes play a lot of games. Hey, how about a 5-star running back from San Francisco, California? We'll take him. We did lose 2 guys to Texas and Georgia, unfortunately. Plague style. Arvell Reese going to be Defensive Player of the Week in the Big Ten. A pick and a couple of tackles. Why wouldn't you give it to the guy that has 2 tackles? All right, guys, this one was a lot of fun. I do appreciate you being on. Looks like we're going to get... Who are we going to get after a Week 9 bye? We are going to have bye number 2 and then a big one with Penn State. They are currently 6-1. Then we wrap it up with Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers, and Meat Chicken. So 5 to go in the regular season. Buckeyes get to bye week number 2, and they are 7-0, exactly where we want and need them to be. Heisman Watch, just to see, do we have anybody in the running? We currently do not. Cade Klubnik from Clemson, then Avery Johnson from Kansas State, John Mateer from Oklahoma, Eli Holstein from Pitt, and Sawyer Robertson from Baylor. So all quarterbacks right now in your Heisman Trophy running. Julian Sand not really in that position just yet. All right, guys, this one was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you joining me today. Buckeyes will take care of business and remain undefeated. We'll see you again with another sim real soon. Today we'll say go Buckeyes, and as always, go Browns.